But let's move into retro movie reviews. And this week's it's Three Amigos 1986. Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Shaw.
Mine,
Bro,
sure.
this film is fantastic, bro. And it makes me laugh. And there's so many silly things about this movie where I'm just like, this is so silly, but it's so funny. Like, first of all, look, it's 1986, so forgive anything, right? Forgive all the bullshit. But first of all, their salute doesn't make any sense, but it's one of those things where I think kids will just like copy it, which we did in the past. The second thing is the Mexicans, man. They made all the bad guys look butters in this movie.
Bro.
From every aspect, they made them look so butters. It made me laugh, bust up teeth, grimy looking, funny laughs, all that sort of stuff, man. This bro, it really went to extreme, but it talked about one, the insecurity of actors and the privileges of actors and just the
Oh yeah,
dumbness
yeah,
of actors.
100%. Yeah,
Not all
yeah, yeah.
actors, obviously. I'm just saying that they're just generalizing here. And it goes into that, and actors who actually think they're heroes and who turn out to be right in this movie, but who actually think they're heroes. Now they thought it was a movie cast. This is how delusional they were, and I guess the letter that was sent was a bit misleading as well, just because it had to be edited and whatnot. But
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
so delusional to the fact of what's going on that they actually thought they were in a movie set in Mexico until they found out it wasn't a movie set. But led them to this funny adventure where they actually tried to be the heroes and they use what they've learned from the movies that they've done to save a town. But what made this film silly, or where it got to silly territories, what cracked me up was the singing bush and the invisible man. And this is
Oh,
just so
bro.
random for this movie, but it actually cracked me up. But these three, man, great cast. I mean, Three Stooges, almost like, I wouldn't say they are, but almost like a Three Stooges type esque, revitalized in the form of these guys. Yeah,
No,
what?
100%, 100%, 100%. I think that's what they were going for, was to have that sort of style of film, but with these actors. And each of these actors bring such an element of shepherdness to the movie. It's hilarious. I mean, Steve Martin, Martin Shaw, Chevy Chase, three individual characters that bring this team of stupidness people. It's like stupidness, just pure stupidness from each of them, bro. And as you said, bro, the part that makes me laugh the most is that the Mexicans are butters, and that's horrendous, bro. That's like indirect racism in such a way. It's horrible. But
Not okay, not the ladies, right? The
no,
lady, their love interests were beautiful, right? But all the bad guys, and even when they went into a bar, into that first bar, when they were like, "Look at them three little sissies," they made all those dudes look like degenerate butters dudes, bro. It was just, but that's the 80s. That was that back then. Absolutely horrendous.
uh, listen, if you guys haven't seen Three Amigos, it's like peak comedy at its time. I gotta say, this is like peak silly, stupid comedy. Like we get silly stuff now, but it's like this is like some of the stuff in there. You're like, how did they get away with this? But it's still funny. Like we're kids and now we're adults, and I still see the funny side of it. So I'll never take it too seriously. This is why it's called a comedy. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to take it so seriously. Like, oh man, how did they get away with the Butters Mexicans? No, they did. So just accept it. They did it. It's a comedy. That's how it is. It's like, Four Lions and how they predict how Islamic people are going to be, and some of them are stupid in there. But it's a film, it's a comedy, but it's a dark comedy. That's a dark comedy. This
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
a light-hearted comedy. You know what I mean? So, no, very, very good watch. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I'll always remember, look at the two little sissies. What else was there? The
Uh,
the the handshake. What else was there?
there was some scenes with some of the dialogue with the Mexicans, which cracked me up in their laughs. There was this one scene we used to die at, and I
Yeah.
can't. It's hard to explain it, but it's when they take the photo. And my guy at the bar, this Mexican dude, was just his teeth were out, and he had this funny smile. He used to crack us up. That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain it here, but there's those little visual
You know when you do the clip,
acting,
you need to find that clip, bros.
Yeah, okay. And he's got this visual facial acting, but that cracks you up. And it's
Yeah.
what's great about their acting in the sense they made you laugh with who they are.
Exactly.
So and
Exactly.
El Guapo was a
El
funny.
Guapo. Oh my God. El Guapo, man. Look at that name alone, bro. El Guapo, you know?
I know, but the dialogue. There was that scene with Chevy Chase, when he was at his birthday and whatnot, and he was saying, "Oh, we done this together with that." When it comes to Chevy Chase, Chevy Chase was like, "Oh, we trimmed the hedges and raked the
Yes.
horses," and he's like, "Who the hell is this guy?" But I'm just busting up, bro. These scenes, like again, like it's just silly comedy, but it's
Silly comedy. It
hilarious.
works, man.
That's
Rape the
the
bushes,
thing,
that is hilarious, bro.
bro.
Chevy Chase has this thing he does in there where he's like, I can't remember. Like, he tries to mimic something and he just goes into his own thing. So, I'm trying to remember what scene that was. I have to watch it again, though,
Did he
now that
show
I've got a bit
up?
more time.
Did he show up in what's the show that Steve Martin and things do? Wife and
Only Murderers in the Building.
Yeah, does he show up in
No,
that?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember. I feel like he has, bro.
That would be a great cameo for him to be in there, just to bring it back.
I feel like he has, but I'll have to double check it. It's been a while. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, awesome. Great movie, man. I really enjoyed this one, man. It was a
Good
fun
film.
watch. It was a fun watch to watch it again. And yeah, really shot well as well. If you look at some of the scenery and whatnot, I know a lot of it is like it's background Hollywood sort of stuff, but I do think it was shot really well. You could see, and when I mean shot really well, like I think they want you to know, like when they're camping out and eating bats and whatnot, the background is literally still images and stuff like that. And I feel like they wanted you to see that and they set that tone, and that's what they were trying to portray, and that's what I mean when it was shot well. Like there wasn't, I don't think they were trying to. I know it's 1986 as well, but they weren't trying to hide that stuff, like trying to put fake, trying to make it like, oh, it's supposed to be real. It's like nah, this is how it is. And I think the comedy sense of the movie emphasizes that it's a comedy movie. Like that's how it's gonna be. You have a random turtle talking and whatnot. Oh man, it's just hilarious.
Nah, absolutely awesome. Good movie to watch. Double check it, guys. It's 1986, Three Amigos. The Three Amigos.
Three Amigos.